Yes, so now we are discussing about chemical business options. In that, today we are discussing about chalk making. What are the raw materials of chalk? Plaster of Paris. This is the major raw material required for the production of school chalk. Calcium carbonate. This is used in chalk production as a filler. It also makes the chalk dustless. Water is used for mixing plaster of Paris and calcium carbonate to produce chalk. Next point is, who is chalk made? Step by step. How is chalk made? Step by step. Primary crushing, such as in a jaw crusher, breaks down large boulders. Secondary crushing pulverizes small chunks into pebbles. The limestone is then wet milled with water in a ball mill, a rotating steel drum with steel balls inside to further pulverize the chalk. And next point is, what are the ingredients in chalk? Calcium carbonate. Chalk is a fine-grained white limestone or micrite. On average, it consists of calcium carbonate. Clay and quartz are the most common impurities. Most chalk is soft, friable rock, easy to mine. And next point is, what is the best material for chalk? The most common non-porous materials used for chalkboards include vinyl, acrylic, porcelain, and slate. You may wonder which option is best. While this depends on how you are going to use it, choosing a non-porous one is usually recommended, especially if you want to use chalk markers. And next point is, what are the types of chalk? Block chalk is pure chalk in a big hunk. Loose chalk includes pure chalk and chalk with drying agents. Eco chalk is a response to concerns about visually polluting rock surfaces. Liquid chalk. After you rub this chalk, alcohol blend on hands. The alcohol quickly dries, leaving a chalk residue. And next point is, what is chalk powder called? Calcium carbonate, commonly known as chalk or calcium or calcite, is a non-combustible, non-toxic, odorless white powder with the formula CaCO3. It occurs naturally in the minerals aragonite, calcite, limestone, and marble, which makes up about 4% of the Earth's crust. Next point is, what is the use of chalk mitti? It is highly used to mix with the wall putty to form a thick paste in order to fill up the uneven surface and holes, which help to give the smooth and even finishing to the walls. Our chalk mitti is free from impurities which help in giving benefits like smoothness, elasticity, and elasticity. And next point is there artificial chalk? Artificial chalk is essentially magnesium carbonate, and it is very similar to naturally occurring chalk. And next point is, what is dustless chalk? Dustless chalk powder is a processed variant of gypsum powder. Gypsum is a natural mineral and is comparatively soft sulfate mineral. It is mainly composed of calcium sulfate dehydrate. Gypsum is a soft mineral which look either white or has a whitish grey tinge. And next point is, how do you make eco-friendly chalk? You just need ground up eggshells and natural pigment for dye. We use food ingredients that you can find in your pantry. In general, chalk made with eggshells is more abrasive and works best on sidewalks or pavement, but if your chalk is smooth enough, it can work on indoor chalkboards as seen here. And next point is what are three properties of chalk? Chalk is a fine textured, earthy type of limestone distinguished by its light color, softness and high porosity It is composed mostly of tiny fragments of the calcite shells or skeletons of plankton such as foraminifera or coccolithophores. And next point is what is the pH of chalk powder? The chalk composed of mineral calcite. Calcite is a calcium carbonate or CaCO3. The pH of CaCO3 is considered as a 9.1 basic. And next point is what is gypsum chalk? Gypsum is a soft sulfate mineral composed of calcium sulfate dehydrate with the chemical formula CaSO4 dot 2H2O. It is widely mined and is used as a fertilizer and is the main constituent in many forms of plaster, blackboard or sidewalk chalk and drywall. And next point is chalk pure carbon. Chalk is almost pure calcium carbonate. And next point is how is chalk made in factory? In a typically manufacturing process, the usual chalk of the par shape is produced by tempering and drying the burnt plaster or chalk stones in the mold, and sometimes various kinds of pigments are added for the purpose of coloring. And next point is what is a dustless chalk? Dustless chalk is a processed variant of gypsum powder. Gypsum is a natural mineral and is comparatively soft sulfate mineral. It is mainly composed of calcium sulfate dehydrate. That is chemical formula is CaSO4 dot 2H2O. Gypsum is gypsum is a soft mineral which looks either white or has a whitish grey tingle. This is the information regarding chalk making. So it is a must in almost all academic fields, especially from elementary level to the PG level also. So chalk pieces and the chalk is most important for communicating from master to students. So it will be useful and it is necessary to them. Wishing you all the best.